No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You got it.
And back on again. Out, 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 out. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. We're going all the way so you can score more for your trade-in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV today. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Bronco Nation News Live from BroncoNationNews.com is presented by RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. All Bronco Nation news broadcasts come from the Western Collective Studios. Head down to Western Collective's locations in Garden City or downtown Boise to try some of their delicious beers, including the Horseshoe Golden Ale, the first beer to support an NIL collective. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Yes, greetings and good morning from Honolulu, Hawaii. We have made it. Bronco Nation News on the scene as we get you set for Boise State and Hawaii coming up on Saturday evening. Welcome on in to Waikiki Beach. BJ Rains with you here for Bronco Nation News Live, and I'm not sure we've ever had a better scene for a backdrop for Bronco Nation News Live here at BroncoNationNews.com. We are literally on Waikiki Beach doing the show, getting you set for Saturday night, Boise State and Hawaii. John Mallory, host of Prater in the Ballgame, is going to join us shortly, so get ready for Johnny Ballgame. They're finishing up a taped interview. I apologize for the time change today. With the 4-hour time difference, I thought, well, I don't want to get up at 5 a.m. and do the show 9 a.m., and then guess what? Well, it's not actually. I was up at 5 a.m. anyway, so I could have done the show at 9 a.m. Mountain Time because of the jet lag. So this is not orange. It's beige, by the way, for anyone saying I'm wearing orange. But look, you got the palm trees on this side, I guess. You got folks walking, getting their runs in. The Rains boys are even down there in the background, right down there, playing in the sand. So having fun here on a Thursday morning on Bronco Nation News Live. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for making this possible. RowPaint.com, our title sponsor, is the reason we are down here. So you heard Andy Rowe on Mondays. You're going to keep hearing him on future weeks. So Andy Rowe, Rowe Painting, we appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. We are in the Western Collective Studios. Not bad for a studios today here, the Western Collective Studios, literally on Waikiki Beach. We are tethering off of a cell phone today over here in Hawaii, so hopefully everything is okay on the sound, on the video, and we'll do the best we can today as we stream off a cell phone here on Waikiki Beach. Rain's family made the trip over yesterday, and I can confirm it is a long trip. It is a long flight, but it is worth every second once you get here and get to the beach on Waikiki Beach here in Honolulu. The Broncos, they are scheduled to arrive later this afternoon. We will be there with full video of the team arrival at the hotel. Again, Bronco Nation News, the only local media outlet in Boise to make the trip over here to Hawaii to cover the Broncos. And again, don't say that to brag or be conceited. I say that as a thank you to all of our great sponsors, all of you guys for clicking, like on this video, for subscribing to BroncoNationNews.com, everybody that makes this possible. We certainly couldn't do it without you guys. So we appreciate all of our sponsors, our subscribers, everybody that's helping us out to be the only local media outlet. You can hear Bob and Abe, and then just me. Those are the only, or not Bob and Abe, that'd be basketball. Bob and Pete Cavender on the football side. On 670 KBOI, KTIK, and then you got me, Bronco Nation News here. So happy to be here, happy to cover it. And again, the team, they're finishing up practice. They're going to get ready to board their flight back in Boise in another hour and a half. And they'll make the 6.5 hour flight over here. And Bronco Nation News will be live at the hotel. I guess it won't be live, but we'll be getting some video at the team hotel when they arrive. We'll get all that posted. Really excited for the next couple of days of coverage. We got a lot of great stuff planned. And Saturday on the pregame show, we're going to have a cool interview. Rachel Danielson, the wife of Spencer Danielson, is going to join us live on the pregame show. So we're going to give you a cool perspective, hearing from Spencer Danielson's better half and hearing from his wife and kind of what it's like being a coach's wife, being Spencer Danielson's wife. Looking forward to catching up with her on Saturday. We got Jeremiah Dickey, I believe, going to come on the pregame show on Saturday as well. And even a special morning edition of Ball Talk. They were unable to do some scheduling stuff to get Ball Talk in last night, so they decided to do a actual Ball Talk on game day, 9 a.m. on Saturday, so be ready for that. Someone's asking about the temperature. Oh, I'd say we're about 80 degrees or so, maybe upper 70s. It's super nice, not terribly humid right now, but obviously we're in a shaded part. The sun is just rising over Diamond Head back there, and so it's going to be a beautiful day here in Hawaii. And someone's asking where the family is. Those are actually my two kids right there. There's Naismith and Nelson playing in the sand right there behind me as I do the show. So if anyone notices them drowning or anything, let me know, and I'll have to turn around and go back and grab them. But no, this is not a green screen. To prove to you it's not a green screen, no, someone's asking if I'll go jump in the water. Maybe not today. We will not be jumping in the water. There's Karen Rains. She's sponsoring the Signature Roofing shirt today, so she's helping out on the technical side. So, this was a fun trip. Thanks to the companion pass at Southwest Airlines, we were able to bring the kids for free. Southwest Airlines companion pass rocks. So fly enough, the kids are able to come for free, and we figured let's bring the whole family over here. And no, this is not pre-recorded, Hunter. So Hunter says this is pre-recorded. Nope. Tyree, aloha. How we doing? How was the flight? Just got on here. Not bad, actually. For someone that's not a huge fan of flying, was able to make it over here and not bad. And again, John Mallory going to join us shortly here. Prater in the ball game. They're finishing up an interview. We had to switch the time up today. I mentioned the 4-hour time difference, which I didn't want to have to do the show at 5 a.m., but turns out I could have because, here comes a bird just flying right by my face. No, we could have done it because of the jet lag. I forgot about that, and I'm still been wide awake for a couple hours, but appreciate Johnny switching. So as soon as JP comes in with the audio, we'll get Johnny added to the show here in just a minute. But again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our subscribers. Appreciate everybody for helping make this possible. And again, we did bring the kids over, brought the no school parent-teacher conferences for a couple days, so we're able to bring the kids over for a couple days as well. And so looking forward to the game on Saturday. And excited to be down here for Bronco Nation News. Big game for Boise State against Hawaii. I hope you had a chance to read Mike Prater's column. Mike Prater writing about the DBs and the weak link on an otherwise really good football team, according to Mike Prater. So you can go to BroncoNationNews.com. You can read that article on the cornerbacks, and you can read that, and we'll get that up there for subscribers. It's up there for subscribers right now. So I see Johnny in the background, but I don't think they're ready yet. We don't have any audio yet from JP. So as soon as we get JP to dial in, there he is. We'll get JP added with the audio here shortly. I will add JP. I think we're going to have Johnny here. John Mallory, can you hear us? There you are.
I'm coming in. Okay, I hear you just fine. I'm going to stick my hand over the camera real quick so my partner can hop on out. Appreciate you, BJ. Let's have some fun today, man. On the beach, get off it, dude. I shouldn't even have agreed to this at this time because I got to see that.
palm tree right there over my shoulder. I made sure that's in the shot right there for you, Johnny. But appreciate you switching up the time today. As I was saying earlier, thought the jet lag thought the 5 a.m. wouldn't be possible, but I was up at 4:30 and almost texted you, do you want to just do it at 9? With the jet lag still on Boise time right now. So I can see why the team decided to come over today and have the extra day to kind of get adjusted to everything. But Johnny, just generally, what do you make of this matchup? I know you've been talking about it all week on Idaho Sports Talk. You guys will keep talking about it the next 2 days, but obviously a lot a lot going on here. My family and I walked Waikiki and the main kind of strip there. There's a lot of restaurants, a lot of nightlife, a lot of things going on. Just ask Joe Southwick about the potential distractions here in Las Vegas, or in Hawaii. But just what's your take on this matchup, this trip? And I hate to say it, but it may be the last trip for Boise State over here for a long time.
We talked about that yesterday, and we asked our listeners, is this something Bronco Nation wants to keep a relationship with moving forward? Once every 5 years, once every 10 years, whoever knows, but still make going to the island somewhat of a thing. We know it's never going to be as frequent as it has been, and that's fine, BJ. This game for me is what I'm looking at is on paper how good Hawaii's defense is, right? And I'm kind of saying it tongue in cheek. Their 2 wins are against FCS programs. You've probably been talking about that all week as well. But their run defense is the best in the second best in the conference, 120 yards a game. Ashton Jeanty, I think, will have that, and then a few more at least by halftime. I mean, I think these stats are going to get obliterated by the Boise State offense. Hawaii only giving up 300 yards per game, 309, BJ. That's tops in the league and one of the best in America. I think Boise State's going to do what Boise State does, 450 to 550 yards. And I think all these passing yard numbers, rushing yard numbers, this Hawaii defense, I think, is going to get spanked. I think Boise State, I would lay the 20 in the hook. I'm kind of surprised they're less than 3 touchdown favorites. Maybe that is because of what Hawaii has done statistically. Maybe that's what Boise State's secondary has done statistically, and they're playing that game. But I think this is a 4-5 touchdown blowout win on the island for Boise State. Those are my thoughts.
Folks are commenting on my orange wristband right here. This is the wristband to get to the hotel pool, Johnny. This is not a Boise State wristband here. They just gave me an orange wristband. So don't
Senior Frogs, man. You're ready to go, dude. Yeah.
Not exactly. But no, this is not a Boise State themed wristband, just to make that clear here. And this is a beige shirt, not an orange shirt. Let's just get all that very
BJ
clear.
Does not
Johnny.
Wear team gear, guys. You're never going to post a single that.
And I love blue. Blue's one of my favorite colors, and I don't own a single blue shirt that's not, KU. Just because. So it kind of stinks, actually. All right, Johnny, what about – okay, so you think Jeanty's getting his, not going to matter, not worried at all, even though their defense is, again, statistically the best defense in the Mountain West. What about on the flip side? I mentioned as you were coming on, Mike Prater wrote a, okay, it's not beige. I don't know what color this is. It's not orange, though, so it's kind of a peach. It's peach.
Salmon.
I like salmon. That's a good color. All right, but Boise State's defense, Mike Prater just wrote about the corners, called them the weak link on the team. You can go read that at BroncoNationNews.com. Those numbers are not good, Johnny. 1 interception. It's tied for worst in the country. The pass defense, 124th out of 134 teams. All over BroncoNationNews.com. You can read all the stats from Mike Prater. Hawaii comes in with a top 40 offense. Should there be any reason concern the run and shoot offense, Hawaii's passing game against the struggling Boise State passing attack?
I mean, that would mean that it's tit for tat. Like it's going to be 24-21. It's going to be 28-24, 31-30. Like both these offenses are just going to match each other. And you know what? I would call Hawaii's bluff. I would bet that as poor as Boise State's defense has been at times, that they're not going to be poor enough to let Hawaii stay up with this offense, in my opinion, BJ. I talked to Tubner yesterday. We talked to Tyler Stockton, the safeties coach. We talked to Spencer Danielson, and I asked questions about, hey, because we all watch football. When a team is up 41-17, the losing team is going to throw every play. A lot of dink and dunk too. The defense is going to say, okay, Don't give up anything big. Keep them in front of you. And a lot of times you will compile garbage stats. We all play fantasy football.
I asked Eric Shenander about that, though. Eric Shenander kind of didn't really want to buy into some of that when I asked him on Monday.
Totally. And I gave Tubes that out yesterday, and Alexander Tubner didn't take it either. He said, no, even if we're playing with that lead, there's no excuse to give up extra yards. Get a 3-and-out there. So they do have that mindset. Like if you try to give them that out and say, yeah, but they don't take that. Yeah, but. So I do like that mentality. They have to play better. I don't know at what point are we going to be convinced, and maybe some people are, that it is what it is. It's not going to get better. Maybe it's players, maybe it's person, maybe it's players, maybe it's coaches, maybe it's both. Yep. I don't know. I don't know if I'm there yet, BJ, but you think you hope it's going to improve at some point. I don't know if it's going to limit where this team thinks it can ultimately go, but you're going to run into a quarterback in an offense at some point that you're not going to be able to stop, and maybe in that instance, it does hurt you really bad.
By the way, people were asking about Ball Talk. You want to update them? That's coming on Saturday.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Saturday morning, we're doing Ball Talk. It'll almost be like a pregame edition. BJ's on the island. It doesn't start till 9 p.m. So, yeah, BJ, we were figuring we'll go 9 a.m. There was some stuff in the week Sanford had to take care of, so Wednesday, and we had Riley and Rid. Great episode last night.
They stole your time, 8 o'clock on Wednesday. So it's your guys' fault. It's Riley and Rid's fault.
Yeah, we're not as important on the chain as Riley and Rid there yet. We're working hard on Ball Talk though. So they bumped us. So we're gonna go Saturday morning. I'm kidding on that. 12
hours prior to kickoff at 9 a.m.
Yeah. So see you guys at 9. We'll be out there bright and early on Ball Talk Special Edition.
Hey, make sure you pick up your Orange Chaos Seltzer, your Western Collective Horseshoe Golden Ale, your local retailers. They've got it at Albertson Stadium, but hearing great reviews about the brand new Orange Chaos Seltzer. Make sure you check them out and join us on Saturday, 9 p.m. Jaden, Kip, the whole Bronco Nation News street team will be out at House of Western, Bar National, right there on Idaho Street, downtown Boise. I know it's late, but come on out, at least watch the first half. Come watch the game. $3 Horseshoe Golden Ale, some great deals. So Saturday night, 9 o'clock, come watch the game at House of Western, Western proper, right down there from Western Collective on Idaho Street. Hey, I mentioned our title sponsor, rowpaint.com. We appreciate them, roepaint.com. There would be no Bronco Nation News without our title sponsor, rowpaint.com. So we appreciate them. Check them out. All your painting needs. Check out our title sponsor, rowpaint.com. And I highly recommend those concrete coatings. We've had it done twice at our house. You'll enjoy that if you do it as well. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. Check them out. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest is that mobile e-branch online banking. It is so easy to use. You may think you like your banking experience. Once you made the switch, you'll realize how much easier it would be if you went with Idaho Central Credit Union. So check them out, ICCU.com. Matt Bauscher, part of the Bauscher Real Estate, Boise State home team now, the official realtor, I believe, at Boise State Athletics. So he's stepping up as the official sponsor now. Check him out, Matt Bauscher, Bauscher Real Estate. And again, no home too big or too small for Matt and his team. He is ready to help you out. Matt Bauscher, Bauscher Real Estate, BauscherRealEstate.com. Ridley's Family Markets, shop Ridley's.com. They got 13 locations across the state of Idaho, others in the surrounding states. Download that Skip app, get savings up to 40% off at the checkout counter. And again, find a location near you. Get more information at shopridleys.com. Snake River Pool and Spa, Patio and Game, thespateam.com. They got locations in Twin Falls, Boise, Meridian, Nampa. Been around since 1978. Part of the Boise State home team. Again, if you're looking for that spa for the back patio, they got you. The pool table for the game room, they got you. Whether it's the sauna for the garage, they got you there as well. So check out their full inventory again online at thespateam.com. Johnny, we got some folks kind of running by us, giving me that. I'm that weird nerdy guy with a whole setup here, literally on the beach with a microphone and a headset, and I'm getting a lot of weird looks out here.
I love it. Hey, man, what the hell? You're wearing a salmon t-shirt on the beach at Hawaii, and it's what time is it? 8 a.m. right now for you?
It's like 7:55 or whatever. Yeah.
Dang, Hawaii time is trippy, man. It always trips me out. Like I always wondered, like Monday night football on the island starts at like 1:30 in the afternoon.
So there's a 7:30. Well, college game day starts at 3 a.m. on Saturday. Yep. 3 to 6 a.m. is college game day. And then isn't there a game there's a game, right? An NFL game that's at like 7:30 Boise time so 3:30 in the morning will be the first NFL game on Sunday. 3:30 a.m. straight into the full slate of games. The 11 a.m. Boise games, the afternoon slate, the early slate, I guess, whatever you call it, starts at 7 a.m. out here.
Damn, I mean, the whole day of football on an NFL Sunday, if you live in Hawaii, you're completely done with everything by 4:30 in the afternoon. That's got to be a weird town to be a big-time NFL and football fan in, because it does start so early. But, man, that's beautiful. I'm looking behind you right now, BJ, and, yeah, dude, get off it.
Some guy, Bill L. says you get a lot of weird looks everywhere you go. I don't disagree with that, Bill. You're probably right on that.
Only when he doesn't comb his hair, Bill. Only when he's looking like this weird boy band hairstyle. No, you look good today. Yeah.
Johnny, a big debate. Ashton Jeanty. Where are you on Ashton Jeanty? Where are you on Ashton Jeanty? His numbers. Me and Jay disagree on this. Jay is, hey, get him out at halftime. Don't let him play anymore if they've got the big lead. I think they should at least have given him a couple series in the third quarter. I'm not saying to play him the entire game. I'm not saying to run him 25 carries. I just think a series or two in the third quarter could have helped get him over 200 yards, may have helped the numbers. I know Spencer was asked multiple questions about that yesterday. That video is up on BroncoNationNews.com. But I've made it known on here. I think you've got a chance at a historic season. You've got a chance, and every yard's going to matter for a guy like that trying to win the Heisman. You want him to pass Barry Sanders. Like, again, not saying to run him into the ground, not saying to play him the whole game, but a series or two in the third quarter. I don't think there's a huge issue with that. Where are you on the Ashton Jeanty debate?
Like, okay, I'm looking at this right now on the season so far. Touches. That's a catch or a carry. Ashton Jeanty has 101. Second most on the team, touches. Sire Gaines, 23. He hasn't played for weeks. Third most on the team in touches. Got the ball. Tyler Crow. But you guys want Ashton Jeanty to get the ball even more? Like, okay. I mean, he already is absolutely dominating this offense. Ashton Jeanty, scrimmage yards this year, 1,050. Second on the team in scrimmage yards. Cam Camper, 330. Like, this is crazy already at this distribution. This is Ashton Jeanty and the Broncos, right? If you're going to do more, okay. I mean, I want him to win the Heisman too. I think it would be special, but I think the stats are already there. And I don't know if this will catch on or not, BJ, but isn't it massive street cred when they show Jeanty's stats and then in parentheses next to it, they say sat entire second half?
Yeah, I'm seeing some more of that. That's starting to become a thing. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Starting to be a thing. Like, oh my God, Ashton Jeanty is going to break Barry Sanders. This was Joe DiMaggio's hit streak. No one was ever going to beat Barry's record, especially when college football went to this passing evolution. No one's ever going to break it. This kid's on pace after 5 games, despite there'll be several games he won't even play in the second half. It is crazy. I know fans want to see it, but and you know this, BJ, this team's goal is to get to the CFP and do some damage when you get there. This team's goal is not to win Ashton Jeanty the Heisman. Some teams do have that goal, and good for them. Have a philosophy and stick with it. We want to get our player the Heisman. That's not the goal here. It's supplemental, and I don't think they want to risk not having Jeanty in December during CFP.
You trained for 8 months to play a half a game. Like, come on, dude. Like, let him at least play the third quarter or part of the third quarter. I have no problem sitting him. He doesn't need to play a whole game. I just think halftime seems way too early, despite the score, to be sitting him in some of these games, man. Halftime seems crazy. And the problem that I have with this, Johnny, is that, as you said, it's not necessarily that I've had a problem with in these 2 games by themselves. It's the fact that I think this could become a pattern here, and this could happen 3, 4, 5 more times the rest of the season where he's not playing in the second half. And that's where I just have a big problem with. I mean, I made it known yesterday. Me and Jay got into a pretty heated debate about it yesterday. Jay is get him in and get him out, keep him healthy. I agree. I just think halftime I have no problem with him getting out after the third quarter, maybe give him 2 series in the third quarter and get him out. But I mean, 13 carries. I mean, this guy's supposed to be the best player in college football. He's your workhorse. He's whatever. But then you just take him out at halftime. That just seems too early for me.
Yeah, when you're up by so many points, you figure the game's in doubt. That's not going to happen every game, though, right, BJ? Like, it's not going to happen every game. They're not going to be up by 40 at halftime all these games. They'll be up 20, 28, that-ish. And Jeanty's still going to stay in. I don't think it's going to be that much of a pattern. If it is, and then all of a sudden we're having this thing 3 weeks from now, and Jeanty played a half against Hawaii, 3 quarters against UNLV, a half against San Diego State.
Oh, if he only plays 3 quarters against UNLV, you're in pretty good shape, that means.
I hope so. Yeah, if he plays 3 quarters, I mean, it feels to me, though, you're saying that the numbers could even be better. They're already the best we've seen.
Yes, like, I don't think you're just stat whatever, and I don't think if they wouldn't have done this, if they would have never done this at the Portland State, if they would have played him the 3rd quarter of Portland State and taken him out, and then played him the 3rd quarter of the last game and then taken him out, like nobody would have come in and said, "Oh my gosh, he got hurt in the 3rd quarter. Why is he still playing when they're up by 30 in the 3rd quarter?" Nobody takes people out in the 3rd quarter. It's just unheard of. It's crazy to me. You're not seeing Travis Hunter or any of these guys coming out when they're up big, and I just think the bar of the line being halftime just seems way too early for me. I think it should be after the 3rd quarter. I mean, I don't know. I get why they're doing it. I respect them. I understand it. Obviously, the main goal, as you said, have him healthy. I just think that he's having a once-in-a-generation historic type season that could be even better if he had another series or 2 in the 3rd quarter of these games.
Maybe a pitch count, maybe there's a 15, 17 carry maximum when they are up by a certain amount of points. But, man, Dirk, it's the last thing he's thinking about. And it's true. Like, I don't think they're going to keep him in to pad any stats. They'll keep him in to win the game. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to see it, BJ. I don't think they are. I think their philosophy is, let's not give Ashton Jeanty a meaningless carry in the terms of winning the game. We want to give Ashton Jeanty touches that are going to help us win the game. When the game is no longer in doubt, then you know what? Why would we waste a carry and risk potentially anything on a wasted carry? And I understand your point. There's no wasted carries here. He's tracking down Barry's record. This record will live for possibly 40, 50, 60 years. Barry said it in 88. It's 2024, man. Like this probably lasts that long, maybe longer. Who knows? I mean, you don't ever see guys getting 1,000 yards after 5 weeks. So I understand that too. It would be so fun to see, to exhaust everything. Like if you played him 4 carries and just hammered this guy and said, we don't care if he gets hurt, we're just going to hammer it. Man, he could have 3,000 rushing yards on the year.
Of course, I'm not saying that. Let's not go too far here. Of course,
they're not going to do it. I think you need to hope that the games are closer because he'll play if it's close. They're not going to take him out.
It's a really weird thing, but you are. If someone that wants to see him approach the records, you're hoping Hawaii keeps this game close. You're hoping it's a 7-point game at halftime. I mean, it's just it's crazy.
That's not watching them, though, I'll be honest. When they take Jeanty out, BJ, me and you are looking at each other like, well, all right, okay.
Yep. Yeah, I don't. It's a weird thing we're in. Guy just took a picture of me. How you doing, man? All right. So some guy kind of slyly walked by with his phone like this, taking a picture here.
I am not saying names, but I just got a text message from a very prominent former Boise State player who is watching this, and he got a kick out of your Joe Southwick reference. You made him laugh. So well done, BJ. I'm not saying names, but
I know who you're talking about. But hey, I walked it, man. It is real. Have you ever been over here, Johnny, for your Idaho days?
My favorite trip of the year, the old WAC days. University of Idaho would play Hawaii every year in basketball at the Stan Sheriff Center. I've been to Hawaii 3 or 4 times. I love it.
What's it like traveling over here? Obviously, it's a little different with women's basketball versus football, but I mean, they're going to get in this afternoon. It's about 48 hours till kickoff. I mentioned the fact that I'm still jet lagged here, waking up at 5 in the morning. What do you make of just a challenge of a football team? And I know we joke about Joe Southwick, but I mean, there's been documented times where this program has struggled with the distractions and all that. And I get the fact that this is different than a bowl game. You're here for tonight and tomorrow. It is what it is. But I give Spencer Danielson credit. There was a former coach here, Johnny. I won't name names. He was a defensive coordinator at the time, so I might have just given it away over the last, one of the previous trips to Hawaii. And when I asked about do they get a chance to see the beach or do anything while they're over here, and he looked at me kind of deadpan and said they'll see the beach twice, when they land and when they take off. And now you talk about Spencer Danielson giving them an hour and a half to kind of walk the street, go out and see the beach. Their hotel is right on the beach, so they'll be able to maybe see the beach out of their hotel rooms. They're going to get a chance during some free time to walk around. They're going to go have dinner tonight in their smaller position groups. I mean, I thought Spencer kind of is handling this the right way. It's obviously a business trip. But he also realizes that for 95% of this roster, this is maybe the first time they've ever been to Hawaii, and one of the only times a lot of these kids probably get a chance to go to Hawaii. So I think you can mix in a little bit of sightseeing, let them walk the beach for an hour, whatever, and experience this, but still stay focused for a game on Saturday night.
I think it depends on the team too. Maybe that former coach with that former roster was like, hell no, we're not letting these guys out on the beach. This roster, Spencer Danielson, he trusts them. I mean, this team is locked in. I mean, I'll tell you this, you'd have an ass kicking from Alex Tubner way worse than a tongue lashing by Spencer Danielson if you were breaking curfew or doing something stupid. This team polices itself, and you're not going to want to face the wrath of a pissed off Alexander Tubner or just a look from Jeanty. Like, these guys are dialed in my opinion. That's why Spencer Danielson is doing this. He trusts them. He knows they get it. He trusts that they know, they understand, they get it. And I don't have a problem with that at all. An hour and a half, walk the beach. I like the fact, BJ, that each position group is going out to their own wherever choice for dinner. That'll be a good time to bond, kind of look at the sights. You've been to a million of those places like I have. Really nice restaurants, fine eateries there. It's a cool ambiance and scene. So they'll have a lot of fun, and I have no doubt whatsoever that they are going to kick the crap out of the Hawaii Rainbows on Saturday late night, BJ. I just think they're going to be all over them. I will be shocked if it's not again. I've never felt this good about a 20.5 point swing here, or point spread. I think Boise State easily wins this game by 3 touchdowns or more.
Wow.
Easily, BJ.
Let's
2 wins. They're both off FCS teams. I'm not buying this.
They almost beat UCLA. They had UCLA up double digits in the fourth quarter out here on the island. They almost beat San Diego State on the road last week. I mean,
okay, maybe I'm going to be wrong on this, and I'll say, dang, Hawaii plays really good D in May. Gosh, Ashton Jeanty just isn't Ashton Jeanty because of the way Hawaii D's, man. I can't see it.
Let's hear from Spencer Danielson. Let's hear a quick 90-second bite. Spencer Danielson on the trip to Hawaii and mix in a little bit of fun with the work trip here in Hawaii.
That's part of this battle. I mean, and I've talked to a lot. We played there over in 2020 during COVID, so a little bit different. Have not played in their new stadium yet, me personally or this team. The flight, the travel, the distractions. You're going to a place with the beach and a lot of stuff going on. Like, it's a hard place to play and win. I mean, their record at home is really good for a reason. And guys go there that are, these high flying offenses or great defenses, and they struggled over there in the past. So for me as a coach, I'm always very upfront and intentional about the challenge at hand. This is a huge challenge, and they're well coached. They're playing at a high level. We have to be ready for that. Part of that is in between the lines, but part of that also is all the stuff we're talking about, the distractions, the travel, all the other things that we got to battle as well, which is a part of this opponent. So we got to work out for us.
You let the guys, even for a 10-minute walk, even go see the beach?
Absolutely. Okay. It's a big deal to me. I mean, even when we get in Thursday, I'm going to have our guys eat with their position group, and they're going to have an hour or two to go walk on the beach and hang out. I tell them, like, big boy hours around here. But these are what I expect when we do this, and the time you're going to be back and how you handle it matters to me. That's the college football experience too. When they go places like this, a lot of our players have never been to Hawaii before. I want them to experience it. It's a phenomenal place, and I'm excited for even Noe. He's going back to see his family, and I'm sure they're going to have tons of people at the game. And even Braxton Feely has a bunch of family from there. I'm sure there's other of our players going to have their families over there. I want them to enjoy that part of it, but we are there on a business trip.
Live look, Johnny, back at Waikiki Beach here. You see the the sun rising, the sun another day here in Hawaii, Waikiki Beach. And yeah, man, it's crazy too. You talked about this the other day, but the history and of this possibly being the last game. I mean, what have they won? 8 in a row, 9 in a row, I think, Johnny, over Hawaii. They have some history, obviously, in this state with recruiting players, with some big games. And that is a little disappointing thing as part of this realignment that, at least for the foreseeable future, no scheduled games between these two teams.
I mean, can you get rid of the East Carolinas, the Marshalls, the USFs, BJ, the Georgia Southerns? I can go on in the non-con and get some of these new Mountain West teams. I hope so. And I'd rather do the Hawaii trip than go to, what is it, Orlando and play
South Florida to play USF to start next season.
Right. That's the first game. I mean, hopefully they can get a nice alliance with teams that are closer. And I'd like to see the Hawaii trip. Now, you're not going to get the Hawaii trip. You're also not getting the Vegas trip. Like the two places you would have loved to go in this new pack we have. You're not going to get the island and you're not going to get Vegas. At least maybe you get Vegas for some postseason stuff. But
you get Logan, Utah. You get Logan.
Yeah, well, go for it, bud. You get what?
Logan, Utah.
yeah, and Pullman and Corvallis. Great places, but not destination vacation spots at all. And Hawaii certainly is. We'll see what they do. I mean, do you still get the 13th game if you go there? That's a big part of it for me. Some teams, I think it helps them to get that 13th game, a new coach or whatever the case is, or financially, because you get that extra home game revenue. If that's part of it, then, you know, Boise State could have done that this year, right, BJ? They could have scheduled the 13th.
Yep, they wanted the second bye instead. Are you gonna bring that up and say, dang it, JD, you costed Ashton Jeanty 227 yards on that? You know what? He's coming live on my pregame show. I may have to bring that up.
Yeah.
I may have to joke about that.
Just kidding, man. Just kidding. But yeah, think about that. You could have given Jeanty 13 regular season games on this thing. You could have done that.
That's crazy.
I didn't even think about that, but you're right. I remember they passed the opportunity to have that 13th game. But if you still get that, then you go to Hawaii for a non-con and you get an additional home game. Like, okay.
Hey, Johnny, I want to thank a few more sponsors here. Lithia Ford of Boise. They got a cool event coming up next Saturday, the 19th, 11 to 2. You can meet Ahmed Hassanin, Jonah Dalmas, Matt Lauder, Andrew Simpson. They're Lithia Ford NIL guys. Next Saturday, speaking of the bye week, 11 to 2, you can meet those guys at Lithia Ford. Head on over, get some autographs, some pictures, test drive a vehicle, and check out all the great options they have at Lithia Ford of Boise. We'll see you next Saturday from 11 to 2 at Lithia Ford of Boise. Taco Bell, you looking for a good meal? Take the family. Highly recommend Taco Bell Thursdays. The Raines family loves going to Taco Bell on Thursdays before flag football practice. And I mentioned it last week, but I saw the owner, Stan Nicolason, and his family in there eating Taco Bell at one of his restaurants last week. That tells you all you need to know about Taco Bell, is that the owner is in there eating with his family and says he's in there a couple times a week. He just loves the food that much, and that's why he's the owner. So check him out, Taco Bell. And again, if you're looking for a job, they're hiring. Get more information at tacobellworks.com. Speaking of jobs, transcomservice.com, transportation compliance service. They can help you get into the trucking industry if you're looking to maybe get out there on the open road and looking for a new career change. Highly recommend truck driving and the trucking industry. And again, they can help you out all the permits and things you need at transcomservice.com. They got those NIL hats, Johnny, for Ashton Jeanty. They're back. I saw Travis Hawks tweeting about them yesterday. If you're looking for a pretty cool new era Boise State old school retro logoed hat with some of the money going right back to Ashton Jeanty, you can do that at theblueandorangestore.com. They got some great options, theblueandorangestore.com online. Or if you're in the Boise area, just go to the second floor of the Boise Town Square Mall right there next to Pro Image. Johnny, did you get the Breezy bundle on Tuesday?
Yes, I did, man. Relish, mustard, onions, and a big stinking drink. Haga-laga.
They even threw in like a free candy and a banana, apparently, for $1. You got all kinds of great stuff. The Breezy bundle, maybe we'll get another one this week, but on Tuesdays after Breezy Dubar gets a touchdown, you get a hot dog and a soda for $1 at Jackson's. And don't forget, on Mondays, after Ahmed Hassani gets a sack, you get 91-cent coffee or fountain drink right there. So thanks to our friends over at Jackson's. And speaking of food, leanfeastmeridian.com. Check them out, leanfeastmeridian.com. Healthy eating, great stuff. And we're very thankful to Lean Feast. So I'd say 5 minutes. Lean Feast Meridian, leanfeastmeridian.com. Johnny, 10,000 plus combinations, and you can put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and you're eating steak, shrimp. I know you're smelling and seeing Prater's food from Lean Feast over there all the time. So check out our friends over at Lean Feast, leanfeastmeridian.com. All right, Johnny, final couple of minutes here. I know you guys got stuff to do. You got a show coming up on Idaho Sports Talk. Again, I appreciate you for switching the time up, for JP for switching the time up as well today, and for all of our viewers that have found us at a different time here. But you are saying it sounds like you're not at all worried about this game for Boise State on Saturday.
No worry whatsoever. I'm going to be stunned if this thing is close in the fourth quarter. This offense for me is just too powerful, despite what I see on paper from the Hawaii defense. Yeah, they only average 120 rushing yards against a game. I would bet money that Ashton Jeanty has more than that at halftime. This offense is getting better. It's not getting worse. I don't know if you caught Mad Dog yesterday on Bob Beeler's coach's show over there. That's some really good stuff to say Mad Dog did. Bob's going to talk about it today on Bronco Focus on our show and air some of the clips, but just the self-awareness that I think Maddox Madsen has bringing to the table right now is going to go a long way. This team is dialed in. I'm in on it, hook, line, and sinker. I don't think they're going to lose a game the rest of the way unless they have some serious injury that gets in the way, and that happens. But no, I think they're on cruise control right now, and they're focused, and they're going to lay a beating to some of these Mountain West teams, a la Ryan Dinwiddie, Jared Zabransky, go back to the days where the Boise State they were just too good for their league. It was like Gonzaga is every year in hoops, but there was a decade in the WAC where Boise State was just too good. I mean, they averaged, I think it was like 37 or 38 points per against or separation margin of victory over a 10-year stretch in conference games. Like it wasn't good enough. I look at the Mountain West this year, and I don't think it's good enough for this Boise State team. So, yeah, I think they're going to hammer Hawaii late night, and I can't wait to see Ashton Jeanty add 2, 3, 4, 5 new runs to this collection that is taking college football fans by storm and producing the greatest collegiate highlight tape one season maybe any of us will ever see.
Jay says, here on Waikiki, can't wait for the game. Go Broncos. Jay, glad you made it over here. Not Jay Tuss, different Jay.
No,
Jay. Oh, we got hey, so Johnny, the folks were wanting me to go jump into the water. I'm not going to do that, but my kids are right here. So back up a little bit, Nelly. Here's get in the picture there, guys. There's Nelly and Naismith. They're here on Waikiki Beach, and I think they've agreed to go run and prove that this is not a fake here and dive into the water for us. Do you guys want to go get? Oh, now they just found out they're stuck doing this. All right, guys. What?
I want to jump in the water.
Okay, go for it. Let's see it. Let's go, guys. Let's see what we got here. Go get in. There you go.
I'm so proud of these boys, BJ.
Nelly's got to put his goggles on first, and there they go, running straight down to the beach there, Johnny.
Oh, I'm so proud of those boys, BJ. Walker and Texas Ranger. Good kids you got there coming up, man. Good kids.
Oh, man. All right, Johnny. Hey, Idaho Sports Talk today, 3 to 6. What do we got?
What do we have today? Previewing our NFL game. We're airing San Francisco versus Seattle, BJ. Talking Maddox Madsen. What is your, if Ashton Jeanty is the must-watch player in college football right now,
yeah,
is there a must-watch player in the NFL? We're going to have that debate and hammer Boise State, Jeanty, Madsen, get everybody ready for the island, BJ. Good stuff.
By the way, I saw the tweet too late because I was flying, but I retweeted Prater saying, what would you do for Ashton Jeanty's Heisman campaign? And I said, maybe not bench him at halftime. Did you see that? Did anybody? I thought I was being kind of funny there.
You were. That was kind of
Did that ever come up at any of the reasonings, though, for the Heisman, for his Heisman campaign? Did playing him more come up?
Yes, BJ, your guys there, and I see him on the chat every day. Yes, they have that angle of Jeanty is not getting the ball enough, despite having 101 touches. Second on the team is Sire Gaines with 23 touches, and he's been hurt for a month. He's the only one getting the ball. I don't know how they can get him the ball more and not at some point risk injury. But, hey, man, I want him to get those stats too. Not lying, man. Yep. If he's not playing in the second half and he finishes with 87 rushing yards and 1 touchdown, dang it, man. He's going to fall behind. Look at Barry's game logs. He has massive games coming because once he was a Heisman favorite, all they did was give him the damn ball. Barry had several games where he has over 30 carries. There is no way, in my opinion, Ashton gets one game with 30 carries this year. I hope we see it. I don't know how many yards come with that. 400?
Yeah, Mountain West Championship maybe or something. Hey, Johnny, what do you think it costs? How much would you pay here to rent out one of these chairs behind me? They got the little chairs with the umbrella on the beach.
By the hour?
Yeah, the hour or half day, full day. What do you think? So, what do you think's a fair price to pay for a chair like that?
Yeah, to sit in that chair on a beach for, let's say, 3 hours. What would I pay? $40-$50.
All right, that's probably about right. I got to figure that out and see. I got to see.
Hawaii, dude, a thing of Coke costs, more than it even does.
We went to a food court. I would say it was it was good, but a very basic type dinner last night. Very quick food court type place. Still costs like $75 for the 4 of us. So, yeah, you're not. It's not cheap here, but Johnny, appreciate you, man. Idaho Sports Talk coming up 3:00 back in Boise. Appreciate all of you for your support. Again, Bronco Nation News. Happy to be here in Hawaii. Thanks to all of our subscribers, all of our advertisers. So listen to Johnny and Prater. Johnny, somebody else asked about Saturday. 9 a.m. Saturday will be Ball Talk. Johnny and Sanford. Again, it's not their fault. We had to cancel on them last night. Had some stuff going on with traveling over here. So 9 a.m. Saturday, a special game day edition of Ball Talk. Jay Tuss will join me tomorrow. I don't exactly know on the time yet, so we'll get back to you, and we'll let you know on that. But appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot. And again, from Waikiki Beach, we appreciate all of you guys for checking us out, for subscribing, for supporting the sponsors, and more coverage coming. I'll be over at the hotel when the team arrives this afternoon. We'll get some video of that posted to Bronco Nation News social media channels. So plenty more coverage to come throughout the day, throughout the next couple of days. Boise State coming over to the island for a big one against Hawaii as the Ashton Jeanty Heisman campaign rolls on. Boise State's bid for the CFP rolls on, and we'll be here to cover it for you. Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com.